Hello everyone. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's continue with my JavaScript interview series. So in today's session, basically I will discuss 10 most asked interview questions. That is basically for mostly freshers. So I'm sharing my screen and I will teach you all these questions. Okay. So yeah, my first question is that what is JavaScript? Mostly people know, okay, JavaScript is a programming language, but when interviewer asks, we have to answer it properly. So that's why I take this question as my first question, and it is an important question. So JavaScript is a programming language that is basically used to make static web pages into interactive or dynamic web pages. Like if we use only HTML and CSS, then our web page is only static. We can only read. But when we apply JavaScript in that, when we use JavaScript in that, we can uh, change web page content dynamically by interacting with that. And that JavaScript code basically run in the browser and server. So this is the first question. So if interviewer asks you what is JavaScript, say like that JavaScript is a programming language that basically JavaScript is a programming language that makes static web pages into interactive web pages or dynamic web pages. Okay. Now move to the next question. That is, what is the role of JavaScript engine? So as we know, whatever the JavaScript code we we write, it run inside a JavaScript engine. So JavaScript engine basically execute JavaScript codes into machine code. In Chrome browser, we have V8 JavaScript engine. In Firefox, we have SpiderMonkey, and in Edge browser, we have Chakra. Okay, so as in my previous videos, I show at the time of event loop or how JavaScript program work. In that time, I show you whole scenario like global execution context. In that scenario, I explain you JavaScript engine. So basically, if in interview they ask what is JavaScript engine, say like that JavaScript engine is a programming language that basically execute a JavaScript code into machine code. Okay. Now let's move to the third question. So third question is that what is a client side and what is the server side? So client side is a server or application or software that consume server's data. Like if we want to consume any data from the server, that basically do by client. And if we want to uh, basically client will consume and server side will send the data to use by the client. Okay. So basically, this client side is basically that front end side, and that server is basically a backend side that is Node.js, PHP, Python. Okay. And one thing I also want to tell you, like front end developer or front end can't directly connect to the server. So to connect with that, we require backend. So by backend only, we can get data from the server. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Now, this is very easy question. Like if you are a fresher also, then this question asked by the interviewer, and maybe many people got stuck in this also. So the basic definition is that variable is a container that store data. For example, let's there is water. So if we have to store any water, we want any container. So we take a glass. So glass is a container and we take that water in that glass. So in the same way, in programming, we use let, var, and const variable to store data in that. Okay. So if interviewer asks you what is variable, say like that variable is a container to store data. That's it. And we can store in three way by using let, by using const, and by using where. Okay, now let's move to the third question. Now, what is DOM? So DOM is basically a document object model. It is basically a tree-like structure of that HTML content. Like whatever the code we write in the HTML, that code will structure in the tree-like way. So this will help JS to manipulate HTML data. Like if we want to apply any uh, apply any uh, uh, apply any interactive functionality, it will be easy for JS to interact with that. And in the browser, it is in browser also, it will be helpful the browser to understand the code. Okay, so now let's move to the next question, that is data type. Okay, so basically there are two type of data types are there. One is primitive data type, and the second one is non-primitive types of data type. In primitive type, that are basically predefined data types, that are string, number, boolean, undefined, null. And in non-primitive data types, there are object, array, date, regex, and there are many more types of non-primitive data types also. So basically, string are you guys already know these things. Like if you want to store any number value, uh, take data as a number type. You want to store any string data, use string. If you want to store in true false, use boolean. If you want to define any you don't know, like my data is of which type, so make is as a undefined. And if you intentionally you want to make any variable as null for the future use, you can define as a null. And null is basically a type of object. Okay, now like the JSON data, that is basically a object type of data, and all these things. Okay, so this is all about this data type. Now let's move to the next question, that is what is default parameter. So default parameter is basically a parameter, like in a function. If in a function, if there are multiple parameters are given, so during when we apply that argument, sometimes we forget to give some argument in some parameters. So in that scenario, we will apply default parameter in that. Like if user forget to uh, uh, give that uh, uh, give that value to that, it will take that default value from that. I'm sharing my screen and show you through code also. So see here. Yeah, see here. If see here, I will go live. See here, it is coming as hello Ananya. So see in this code, here I gave that greeting in the greet function. I gave one greeting as a good morning. So if user forget or user do not want to give that value, just one second. So if user do not want to give any extra value in the greeting, if user don't like to call that value more times, if like by default they want everyone should wish hi, hello, or good morning, so in that scenario we will give that default parameter. Now If okay, okay. Now if I give here greet, here it will take as a, because default parameter we have to. Now I will give here parameter. Now see here. Here I did not give this uh, I did not give this greeting, but here it take this greeting as a default parameter. Okay. Now, so if you have to say the definition, like say that a function parameter that had default values are default parameter. Okay. Now let's comes to the rest parameter. So like if some in some scenario we want we don't know how many argument we have to take in the function, how many argument we have to take in the array. So in that scenario we will use a rest parameter. Here basically that rest parameter collect all argument into an array, and it and we will take this rest parameter inside a function. I am showing you through my code. So see here I am removing this one. Here function sum. Oh, sorry. Nums. And here we will take, I in my previous video I have discussed about this nums dot this function reduce function in my, I think in my JavaScript array methods a comma b. Okay, so if we write here console dot log 12 comma 1. Now guess what will be the output? See? Oh, sorry. Here I did not call that function. Sorry, my mistake. 12 comma 1. Now see, here output came as 13. Now if I give here 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now guess what will be the output? Because here I give this as a rest parameter, it will take any number of argument and it will add all these. See in the output. See here. So basically we can define a rest parameter as rest parameter is a JavaScript that allow a function to accept indefinite number of argument as an array using three dots before the parameter name. Okay, again I am telling you, rest parameter is a JavaScript that allow a function to accept indefinite number of argument as an array using three dots before the parameter name. Okay, so that is all about this. Now what is the difference between argument and rest argument? So basically, argument only take one, whatever the parameter we define inside a function, only that much argument it will take. But when we give rest parameter, it will take multiple argument as an array. So that is the basic difference in that. Okay. Now let's come to next topic. So what is spread operator? So basically, spread operator also represent by three dot only, but it is used to expand or spread the element of an array or object into individual element. But in rest parameter, we take that three dot inside a function before the parameter. But here in spread operator, we use this individually, like I am showing you here. Here, see, if I write constant a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, like this I gave. Okay. Now I want new, okay, like const b is equal to, so now see, const c is equal to a. Oh, sorry. See here. So as I said in the definition, spread operator is a JavaScript in JavaScript is represented by three dots and used to expand or spread the element of an array, object, or string into individual element. Okay, now you got it. So basically, no, no, no. In the next question, I will say you this thing. Now my next question is that what is the difference between rest operator, rest parameter, and spread operator? So basically, rest parameter collect multiple values into an array and it is used inside a function. But spread operator spread array or object value in into individual value. Okay, so spread expand value, rest collect values. Rest is used inside a function as a parameter, while spread is used to just expand array into individual value. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you like this video. I know sometimes I was bluffing, but I will keep improving myself. So if you want this PDF, I will add this in description. So thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon.